Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to Jets of Tech. In this session, we're going to discuss about a database table creation with domain and data element. We'll also understand the significance of the client dependent. So we are going to make this table as a client dependent table. Okay, so let us go ahead and start this project in which we are going to create a database table with domain and data element. I'm going to take some just three fields, employee number, employee name, and department, and then create domains for that, and then data elements, and then we are going to assign that in the database table. So let's start the scenario now. So first and foremost, as we discussed in the theoretical concept, we are going to create a domains and data elements first. Okay, so first we are going to create three domains, and then we are going to assign these domains in the data elements, and then this data element have to be assigned at the database table to get these properties. There are certain things that we can maintain at the domain level other than this properties, and at the data element level also we can maintain certain things, and we can go ahead and create the database tables. So let us go ahead with the domains, and in this we have ZVA ENO5. I think I need to log in again. We have, so we'll go ahead with SE11 transaction, and we're going to create the domain here. The technical name, we already proposed the technical name here. The technical name happens to be ZVAENO5 underscore DO or ENO5. So you can also mention it as ENO5 underscore DO as well. So DO, just for our understanding, that it's a domain. So in the project you have to follow the naming convention whichever is prescribed by the project managers. So we have employee number, and then here the data type is character, length is some 10, save, and I created a package, so I'm going to create this in the package 12345 underscore Vikram. This is a package that I just now created, and I have the request number by default coming. If I don't get the request number by default coming, I need to click on this own data and select that request number on which I have to save it. So I'm saving this in the package now, and then we have ENO. Now here we have ENA underscore DO create. This is employee name. Now here we are going to give the data type as character, length as 20, activate in the package. So we are saving it and then activating. You need to do save, syntax check, and activate. Then we have to go for DEP, department, create department, and then we have data type. Data type we'll give it as something like character, length as 8, save, activate. Now we have DEP and DEP5 underscore DO. So these are the three domains that we created. Then we have the data type. In the data type, we'll go ahead with the ZVA underscore ENO underscore DE. Okay, ENO5, because ENO I already created in the past. So ENO5 underscore DE create data element. Okay, we are going to talk about structure and table types later. Okay, so we have data element now. So in the data element we are going to have this as employee name. Okay, no, employee number, right? So employee number. So I'm going to give this thing, and I'm going to place the domain name here, ENO5 underscore DO. So okay, I'll just search for it, because if it is not active it will not be available. If it is active it will be available. So what is that we have created? ENO5. So this is the one, ENO5 underscore DO. Okay, the moment we give that name, automatically the properties will come here, the character, length, and all this will come. Other than this, we have to create the field labels. Now, if you don't create this field labels during the reporting, the headings will not come. I will explain you this later. I'll show you the effect of not maintaining this later point of time. So we have employee number, employee number 30, employee number, save it, save, syntax check. Okay, here. Oh, so the domain is not active here. So I guess domain is not active. So I need to activate the domain. Okay, so I have to go back, or I'll open it in another screen, SE11. In SE11 we have this as domain. So we have this as ENO5 devo change activate. So it's not active. So if it's not active, you cannot use it. So it's new. In the place of new, activate should come. So activate it. This is active now, and then now it works. Okay, let me check for the ENA also. ENA change. This is active. Okay, and department also will check. DEP. Okay, active. So these all are active. Now we'll go for data type, and then we have ENODE, and ENODE is already open here. So I'll just save it. Syntax check, activate. Okay, now we have done it for ENO, and we'll do for ENA. ENA create data element, say okay, and then we have employee name, and for this we need to maintain that ZVA underscore ENO5 underscore DO. The domain name needs to be maintained here. No, it should be ENA, right? Here, because it's a name. For name we have mentioned it as ENA. So it is character and 20. These properties are automatically coming from the domain level. And from the field, in the field labels, we'll create as field labels as EMPNA. And then we have 20, employee name. And then, so what is this 10, 20? That is the maximum length of that field label. So if you have a field label beyond that length, it will not take it. So we have employee number. So save it, save again, yes, okay, syntax check, activate. Then we have DEP, create department, ZVA underscore DEP 5 underscore DO. These properties will automatically come because it's active. So we'll go for 10 DEPT. Okay, and 20 department, 30 department of the employee. So detailed value you can give, employee details, employee department. Okay, now we'll just activate this one also. So we are done with 3 domains and 3 data elements. Okay, we are done with 3 domains and 3 data elements. 3 domains and 3 data elements, and now we will go ahead and create the database table. So for creating the database table, we'll go for ZVA underscore EMP5. Okay, let me create this EMP5858, create employee data details, employee details, and it is the delivery class. I'm going to explain it in the next class. Okay, so delivery class in the next project we are going to discuss that. Here also delivery and maintenance allowed. Here we need to give this as delivery and maintenance allowed. These two are mandatory. You need to remember that, and click on the fields, and why we are doing this and what is the purpose and what are the different options, we are going to discuss that in tomorrow's session. Okay, then we have amenity. The first field have to be amenity because we need to make this as client specific. Then the second name is ENO ZVA underscore ENO5 underscore DE. Then we have ENA ZVA underscore ENA5 underscore DE. Then we have DEPT ZVA underscore DEP 5 underscore DE. So these all properties automatically come from the data element level. So previously, since we didn't have the data elements, we had to maintain the data type and description. But here, since we already created the data elements, we are giving that all the properties are coming from the this data type and length are coming from the domain level, and the short description is coming from the data element level. Now we'll go to the technical settings. In the technical settings, why we are giving all these things also we'll see. Okay, I'm saving this data and this, and I'm going ahead with the delivery classes APPL0 and APPL0 and size category also 0. So why are we doing this? This also we have to understand. Okay, each and every step we have to understand, and we're going to discuss that in the next project. So we'll just activate this. So compared to the previous project, what are the things that we have added is the first field we have added is a main DT, and we have given domains and data elements for all the fields. These two are the main differences between the previous table and this table. Okay, warnings why this will come also we'll discuss that. I've just clicked on no there, and now this is active. The table is active. Only when the table is active you can maintain the data in it. So go to the utilities, go to the table contents, create entries. Utilities, table contents, create entries, and you can make the entries here. I'll go for 100 J department SAP, save it, and then we have 101 Hari AI, and enter, save it. That's it. So these two values are there. So these two values you have entered. Utilities, table contents, display. So if you click on enter, execute, so we'll have these two properties. These two fields are there. Okay. So these two values we have entered. So in this, the main considerable change is that creation of domains in data elements, and then assigning this data elements at the table level, and also giving the first field as a main DT to make this as client specific or client dependent. So if you make it a client dependent, then in 800 you can maintain different data, in 810 you can maintain different data, 820 you can maintain different data. So since you have maintained the data in 800, now if you go to 810 client and see, table will be there but data will not be there. It will be blank. Data will not be there at all here. This is what we have. So I'm just Thanks for watching our video, and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe at youtube.com/jhsoftech. And if at all, if you are looking out for any kind of trainings, you can contact us at training@jhsoftech.com. And if you are looking out for any kind of jobs, you can contact us at jobs@jhsoftech.com. Thank you. Have a great day.